Take one computer here, one computer here. I will take one computer here and one more computer here. I will take the switch, click here again, click here, drag and drop here. So you already know how to take the switch and router here, right? Over any confusion? Okay. And now if I click here, the cable will come. I will take this automatic cable and click here, so it will connect. And now if you want to take the cable continuously, keep control pressing in the keyboard and click here and keep control pressing only and click here like this. So it will no need to go here, directly from here you can connect. So this is a simple network, we can say. And here we can assign some IP. Example, I will give here 192.168.1.1 or 1.2, whatever. I put the label. This is only label, so easily we should identify what IP we give to this computer. Then go to desktop, go to IP config and press here this IP and whatever the gateway still we don't have. Later we are going to configure the gateway. Here I will click and here I will put the other IP. If you see here, I am using same network IP. Okay, same network I am going to assign here. I will assign here. Automatically subnet mask will come and we can cancel this. And here I will use the different network IP. If you see 192.168.2.1 I am using here, and I am going to put this here desktop and I am going to assign this IP here. And here I will go, I will assign here 2.2. Sorry, 2.2 I can put here and we can assign here. We can go to desktop and we can assign here. Okay, so now I can log in here. I can put the go to the command prompt and I can write here ping, just to check the connectivity. This PC can talk to this PC or not. We are using the ping command. Ping command you already know, right? Before we use also. So this PC is working with this PC, but it will not work here because this is a different network. If you want, we can make the testing. If you see this one, I am pinging what I am pinging. I am pinging this computer 192.168.1.1. From here I am pinging this 2.1. If you see request timeout, and we don't have the reply here because they are in different network. We are using /24. If you remember, /24 means 3 network portion, 1 host portion. So this is network, this is network, this is network class C, and this is network, this is network, but this one is 2 here, here is 1. So it will not work. So what we will do, we will use the router to make the communication between them. So here I will go, I will click this router. I can take here, and this is a cutter. I will take the cutter, I will cut this cable, and now again go. If you want to remove the cutter, cutter is with us, go click here, so cutter is removed. Now click this cable, click here automatic cable, keep control pressing and click here, click the router, click here, click the router. So now you have the router, and if you want to rename, you can click here and give the name whatever you want to give. And if you see here, you have the port here. This port is F0/0, this port is F0/1. So with the help of router it will work. Now it is not working, so we need to assign here IP, and you need to remember whatever IP we are going to assign to this interface here, that should be from this network, whatever network we are using this side. So here I can assign like this 192.168.1.100 I can give our wish. We can give anything, but we need to consider this 3 bits should be same here and here. Okay, same thing here also, whatever IP we are planning to assign, this 3 bits should be same. So I can give here 192.168.2.100 I can give. Any confusion here? Why we are doing or something? Yeah. IP router. Yeah, because this area they are unable to communicate with this one before because they have the different network. So what we need to do, we need to make the communication between different networks, so we need to use the router. So I use the router. I connected this router with this interface. This is a port of the router. I connected this port here. So I need to have some IP because we are using the networking device. So without IP, networking device will not work. So we should have something IP. So we connected this port here. We connected this port here. So this port should have some IP. This port should have some IP. Okay. Or any confusion? No, more than 2 also. If you have like this, you can have more also. That is depending upon our requirement. Example, I have one router here, it is connected here. Again, I have router here like this. If you have more router like this, maybe you have the more interface 1, 2, 3 in this scenario. You can have more also, you can have 2 also, maybe you have 5 also, depend which router model we are taking. In this router you have only 2 because if you remember, when we log into this router, it is showing how many interface here. If you see here, it is showing only. How we can verify how many interface we have? We can go inside to the router and you can write here enable and write show IP interface brief. If you see, you have only 2 interface. Currently this model is having only 2 interface. This way you can check, or physically you can check also. You can check the router. This is your router, how it look, and you can see only this one. You have only 2 interface here. So now we have 2, but if you need more, we can connect more also. Example, switch off the router and check which Ethernet card is suitable. Here you have an empty slot. You can buy from the market this one or whatever the one is supporting. Example, this one, and drag and drop here. It will work here. And if you don't need, remove like this. In the lab you can remove like this, but in the real environment you need to buy physical and power off the router and just press insert. It will go and it will fix. Example, I take this. If you see here, when I click here, you can read the description here. Too fast Ethernet interface. This one, right? So I can drag and drop here. Okay, and then power on the router. After that you can go here, power router will power on. It will take some time to boot up. Then you can write show IP interface brief, and you can see here you will get the more interface. Like before you are getting only 2 interface. Now first I will go in the privilege mode and write show IP interface brief, and you can check you have more 2. Before you have this 2. Now we added LC we are calling LAN card. LC we added, we have 2 Ethernet in that LC LAN card. Any confusion, anything? So here I connected to this port. Why I connected? Because I need to send the traffic like this. The traffic will come here. So router will do the routing and he will forward here. So this PC can talk to each other. Before they cannot talk to each other. So I need to connect something. So I connected with this port. So without IP it will not work. So we need to configure the IP here. Now we are using 2, but in this router we have 4 interface. But currently we are using only 2, but it is capable of keeping 4, or I think maybe we can insert one more also. But no issue, now we can use 4. So here what IP we need to give, you need to remember this site, whatever IP schema we are using, we should have the same subnet IP here, means same network ID will be there. So example, I can write here 192.168.1.100. So if you see this one, by seeing this IP you can say this one and this one are in the same network, right? /24 I am using class C. So this one we can assign here. So they can talk to each other. We need to remember, whenever we are connecting any device directly like router, this site and this site, the IP schema whatever we are using, we should use the same subnet. If you are using this here, we should use here 192.168.1. Here you can give any number, 100 or 2 or 3, but because we are using /24, so first 3 should be same. If you are using /16, then first 2 should be same. If you are using class what we can say class A, then only first digit should be same. Like if you see /8, /16, /24 as we discussed in the IP address. You remember that, right? Okay. So we will give this IP, and you need to remember that network portion should be same as we have here and here. Same thing here also we need to do, because we need to remember whenever we are connecting directly, they both should be in the same subnet. Even if you are connecting two computer like this, if they are in the same subnet, means if I am using here 192.168.1.1 here, I can use the other side 192.168.1. something, maybe 2, I can have 3 or anything. This is value can change, no issue. These 3 should be same because we are using /24. But imagine here if I have 2 here, then it will not work. We need to use router to make the communication between them. So now here this IP be taken. So here I will go, this is the label, click the label and click here, type here what IP you want to give. Just this is the label. Even if you did not give here, no problem, but it will look, what we can say, when we put the label, it is easy to understand. So what we are saying, we are going to assign this IP to this interface, this IP to this interface. Okay. And now what I can do, I can take the notepad to do the basic configuration. So here in the notepad, I can move like this here, and I can take the notepad here. In the notepad, I can take the new pad, and here I can write here name of the lab, basic router lab. Okay, here I can write R1 configuration. This is basic thing. Even if you did not write, no issue. Configuration will start from here. If you remember, first we need to write enable to move from user to privilege mode. Okay, so I wrote EN. You can write full form enable or you can write EN. After that, you are in the, when you write EN, you will be in the privilege mode. From there you need to write config T. When you write config T, you will move to the global configuration mode. Then you will write host name to change the name of the router. So I will give name of the router is R1. Then after that, you need to assign the IP address. So you need to go under this interface F0/0. FA0/0. So you can write int, that is nothing but interface. You can write shortcut int or completely interface. You can write here, no issue. Give a space and write F0/0. Here after that, write IP address and whatever IP you want to give. This is a procedure to assign the IP address to the router interface. Which interface you want to assign, write int, that is nothing but interface. If you want to write completely, you can write completely interface, or shortcut also work here. So you can write int and give space, write F0/0. And in next line you will write IP address, shortcut ADD also we can write, and what address you are planning, you need to write that one, this address. So here you will write 192.168.1.100. Then give space and write the subnet mask. This is /24. /24 we can write like 255.255.255.0. You remember this, right? Then by default Cisco router interface is done. By default Cisco router interface is done. So we need to write no shut. You can write like this also, or you can write no shut like this also. Okay. So this interface configuration is done. Now we need to do this interface configuration. So just copy this, paste here, change this, what is the which interface, F0/1, and what IP you want to assign here, only change that one, remaining same. This is the router configuration. When you put this configuration, then start pinging this PC, it will start working. Before it is not working. And one more thing, here you need to assign the gateway. Here we don't have any gateway. If you see default gateway is nothing but entry or exit point. This is your network. You can move here inside, no problem. Here to here, you can go here and here. But if you want to go out from this network, 192.168.1.0 means we can say 1.0 network. From this network, if you want to go out, you should know the gateway. So this is a gateway. So you can come here and you can go out. So this is a gateway for this computer. Same thing, if this computer want to talk with this computer, he can do easily without any gateway. But if he want to talk any other, he need to go out. So when he want to go out, he need to know this is a gateway for this guy. So what we need to do, we need to tell this guy, computer, your gateway is this one. So here you need to write 192.168.1.100. This is your gateway. We are saying to computer. If you cannot find anything inside our home, go out, and this is a gate address. Like that we can say in simple. Okay, any confusion? Router interface. Yes, the facing towards the interface which is facing towards you. We cannot give this gateway as this one. No, the one which is connecting directly to you, means facing towards you. This one facing here, so we can give this IP as a gateway here and here. This one I cannot give gateway as here and here because this one is not facing, this one is facing. So I can give this IP as a gateway to this one and this one. Yeah, without gateway also it will work internal. Example, this guy want to talk with this guy. Without gateway they can talk to each other. But if they want to go out, imagine this is our home. If they want to go out our home, they need to cross the door or gate. So this is a gate. They should know that I am going outside. So this is another network. And here I can say, I can put the gateway, so you can figure out what is the gateway for this guy. This one 192. Okay, correct. Yes, this is a gateway for this side. So whatever computer will come, maybe after some days, if we add more computer here, all computers should have this gateway only, the router interface only. Yeah, if you add more computer, that is a gate for this one only to go out. Okay, so now here you can do like this. You can go here and you can ping. Before, ping is not working, right? So now if you go here, you can write here ping and give space -t and give space and press enter. So continuously he will ping. Okay, continuously he is pinging, but still we did not configure anything here, so it will not work. We need to do the configuration here, or paste this configuration what we done here. So now it is pinging. Meanwhile we can do the configuration. So we have two options, just copy paste this one or go here and manually you can configure. The one which I type in the notepad we can do here also. This is a user mode. You need to go to the privilege mode. So you will write EN. Now you are in the privilege mode. Yes, when you write enable, we will go in the privilege mode. Now you need to do configuration. So you need to go in the global configuration mode. You can write config T, press enter. Now what you need to do, you need to change the name of the router. So write host name and what name you want to give, example R1. So you write R1, enter. So this router name changed to R1. Now you need to check this interface. So interface F0/0, and then you will write IP address, and whatever IP you are planning to assign, you write that IP. And give space, write subnet mask, whatever subnet mask you are planning to give. And don't forget to write no shut, because by default Cisco router interface is down, so you need to write no shut. Press enter. If you see this message, it is saying that this interface go up. F0/0 change to up, and it is changed and it go up. This messages is known as syslog messages. Later we are going to see syslog when we move to the syslog topic. This is a system messages saying something happened here. So this interface move up. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0 change state is up. So this if you see, when I put no shut, it go up, it is green now, and it is down, that's why it is red. So now I can do to this interface also. I will write interface F0/1. You can write FA0/1 or F0/1, both are same only. If I write here A, this one here it will accept. If you see here, without AI done here, F is 0 by 0. So if you write F 0 by 0 also, it will take this one only. If you write FA, what is written here, 0 by 1 also, it will take that one only. IP address, and put the IP, what IP we plan. We plan this IP 192.168.2.100. So I will write here 192.168.2.100 and give space and write 255.255.255. Whatever the subnet mask we are planning to use, we use this one only. And don't forget to write no shut. If you see, I assign the IP here, but still here is red. So I need to write no shut, so it will move up. If you see, this become green. And here in the switch we have the STP, spanning tree protocol. Later we are going to see that one. So that protocol will take some time to do the election, to check the port is there any loop in the network, they are going to verify. That's why it is amber color. After some time it will become green. Spanning tree protocol is a protocol which is used to remove the loop from the layer 2 network. So that protocol is by default enabled. It will take some time. We have that topic STP in our lab, in our syllabus. So we are going to do some lab and we are going to discuss that topic when we move to that. So now just remember, when you put no shut, it will take some time the other side, and now it become green. And if you go here and check, it start working here. Before it is not working. Okay. Request timeout, you have request timeout, and then when we configure this side, traffic is going till here. So they are saying destination host unreachable. After that, when we configure here, reply is coming back. So they are talking to each other. So here what we done, we make the communication between two different network. This is different network. If you see, this is the network 192.168.1.1/24, and this network is 192.168.2.1/24. These both are same, but this one is not same because /24 means 3N 1H. So if you see N, 2N is okay, but the third one N is not same. Here is 1, here is 2. So they are not in the same network, so they will not work. So what we done, we use the router to make the communication between different networks. So what we can say, a router is a device which is used to make the communication between two or more different networks. Any confusion? Yeah. So this is a basic lab. Take this as an assignment and create with your own. Use the same IP schema, so you will not have any confusion. Later you can change anything. Whatever devices I am taking currently, take that device only. Later you can take any other, because starting you can take the same router. Example, click here, this router I use, and click this one, this switch I use, and this PC I use, and this laptop. If you want laptop, you can use laptop or PC, and put like this and connect like this way and try to do the lab. Configuration is simple. This is the configuration, and if you want to verify the configuration here also, you can write like, first press Ctrl Z, so you will come out from that mode, and write show run, so you will see all the configuration whatever is present inside this router. So one configuration is we change the name of the router, and the other configuration is we assign the IP address to this interface. If you remember, this one we done, and this is another configuration. Remaining whatever we have, that is default configuration present here. Anyhow, I will share this notepad to you, and this topology everything in our drive, and notes everything, so you can refer. And this video also I will share. If you want to watch one more time, and do this in your, what we can say, do this in your free time as a assignment. So let me stop this recording. Nothing but enable. Just press like this. Or if you need, I can exit, I can come back to the original one. I can write EN. If you need full, press tab key in the keyboard, you will get full. When you write EN, you will get in the enable mode. Here also you can run some basic command, like you want to check the interface status, you will write show IP interface. This is the basic command, show IP interface. To get the information about this interface, we are writing show IP interface. So this also we can write. Okay, this is the basic thing. Most of the time we are using for troubleshooting purpose, so we can execute this show commands. Whatever we have, we can do here. all the show commands will work here. But if you want to do any configuration, we need to write config T and press enter, or unit full form, press tab key, config terminal and press enter. You are inside the configuration. And if you need to change anything here, you can write here. Example, I need to change the router name. I will write host name. No need to see this one. When I write here, example, I write like this short and then I press tab key. So the short will be here and the long form will come in the next line. So this one no need to worry, this you can ignore. You have the host name and new name what you want to give to this router. Give a space and write that one and press enter. The name of the router will change. No need to worry about this command. We have this command in our notes and we are going to do this daily, so you are going to remember. Now no need to worry about this one. Okay, so this way and I will click here. I will take maybe 2 computer here. I will take